My name is Tim Berry, and I am the head of global corporate responsibility at JPMorgan Chase. And I can't tell you how thrilled I am to be here with all of you today, and with so many of my colleagues from JPMorgan Chase. And I am especially excited to be in a room with talented professionals committed to building a healthier financial future for Americans across the country. I'd like to think that we're natural partners with everyone here because supporting financial health is at the core of what we do as a bank. Our corporate responsibility team is focused on how we deploy our resources and expertise. That's philanthropy, policy, advocacy, research, and partnership building to strengthen communities. Our company strategy is built on the premise that when communities thrive, our business thrives. So it's imperative to our firm's success that we seize opportunities to help people improve their own financial health. And across our firm, we're making investments to address challenges impacting how people earn, save, and spend their wealth. Our big picture goal is to promote a stronger economy that works for everyone. And I'm proud to share that over the last 3 years, we've deployed more than $100 million in philanthropic capital and impact investments to nonprofits and other partners, specifically in the financial health space. Thank you. Yeah. All credit to my colleagues in this room here. And I'm proud, these investments have reached nearly 8.5 million individuals, an amazing number, particularly those living in low and moderate incomes, on low and moderate incomes across the United States. And we couldn't have executed this work without the support and guidance of our JPMorgan Chase colleagues, as I said, many in this room, the Financial Health Network, and so many of you here today. But this is just the beginning for us. You see, our company culture values examining return on investments and analyzing results. We are a bank, after all. We are constantly asking ourselves, what can we do better? Where do we miss the mark? What was a big success? Words that you hear come out of Jamie Dimon's mouth all the time. We're never going to get everything right, but we do right by our clients, customers, and communities when we ask these questions. And when it comes to financial health, we're grateful to our partners for offering insights and feedback on our holistic firm-wide approach. We've gained a good sense of what works and what doesn't, and the takeaway of our investments and our work is clear. When we make a concerted effort to tailor products and programs for individuals, especially those living on low and moderate incomes, we see major returns in the form of credit scores, increased savings, retirement plans, and other financial health indicators. 2 quick examples. In 2019, we launched Chase Secure Banking to help people establish a traditional banking relationship. No overdraft fees and thousands of ATMs with no fees. To date, we have opened more than 2.5 million secure banking accounts, smashing our goal of 1 million net new accounts by 2025. Another favorite example of mine is our work with SaverLife, a nonprofit serving more than 700,000 low-income users with its digital savings platform. SaverLife offers personalized saving challenges and incentives. It has supported more than 300,000 members in saving an average of $1,250, with 50% of users saving more than $500 in 6 months, tripling their savings rate. Impressed, at JPMorgan Chase, we committed an additional $3.5 million to integrate AI and advanced data analytics to build personalized customer experiences. And I chose to kick off with these examples because they represent the wide range of offerings available that are aimed at helping people improve their financial health. This is a big ecosystem, and as we at JPMorgan Chase have learned over the last decade, making progress that truly benefits consumers and improves the business environment requires bringing together not just business integration and philanthropic partnerships, but also dedicated policy, research, and advocacy resources. Today, I'm excited to share that we're taking the insights we've gained and using them to inform an enhanced corporate responsibility framework that will guide our efforts to bolster financial health and economic growth in low and moderate income communities across the United States. As part of this announcement, we're rolling out a white paper outlining the lessons that we've learned. Because while the impact we've made to date is substantial, the reality is that 2/3 of Americans are still not financially healthy. So there's a real need for us to seed future innovation and build partnerships that enable us to scale our impact. In our white paper, we cover 3 categories that directly impact the strength of the economy and in turn business conditions globally. First, building financial stability. Second, supporting financial resilience. And third, creating and protecting wealth. And I want to spend the rest of our time today diving into the why behind this new framework, starting with the need to help people build financial stability. As many of you know, consumer financial stability is deteriorating. In 2024, 43% of families reported difficulty covering basic daily expenses or short-term financial needs. Additionally, while public benefits form a critical safety net for low-wage workers, many programs have complexities that inadvertently create barriers to upward mobility. As a result, $80 billion in public benefits go unclaimed each year. So how are we working to address this troubling statistic? Well, to start, we're expanding access to personal financial management tools and financial coaching programs. Too often, people have questions and they just don't know where to ask or who to ask. So in our 19 community branches, we've worked hard to design welcoming spaces that offer all types of programming, from workshops on how to open an account to one-on-one sessions with a financial advisor. At the same time, we are committed to modernizing public benefits systems in a way that increases access for low-wage workers and promotes interoperability between the public and private sectors. In the spring, we announced more than $14 million in philanthropic commitments to help individuals access critical public and workplace benefits like education savings or retirement plans, among many others. For example, we're supporting Code for America, a nonprofit that is deploying an artificial intelligence studio solution in partnership with state agencies to increase access to public benefits. The next category we're focused on is supporting financial resilience. In life, there will always be unexpected expenses, but too often, these costs leave families in a bind. The JP Morgan Chase Institute found that 65% of consumers lack a sufficient cash buffer, roughly 6 weeks of take-home income, to weather both a loss of income or an unexpected expense. On top of that, 42% of Americans lack a credit score that would allow them to access affordable rates, even though nearly half of low-income households could manage small emergencies if they had access to additional credit. These limitations leave individuals unable to accumulate resources to invest in longer-term goals or to build wealth. Given this, we are doubling down on solutions that will enable people to bounce back from unexpected stressors. We've invested in fintech companies like Fairplay, which helps financial services providers evaluate AI-trained underwriting models to eliminate bias. And in addition to our investments and partnerships, we also offer products like the Chase Freedom Rise Card, designed for new-to-credit customers. This complements our free digital credit monitoring tool, Credit Journey. Credit Journey helps people understand and improve their credit score. In 2023, approximately 2 million Chase customers started a plan, and those who followed it through to completion raised their scores by an average of 30 points. Yeah. Thank you. This just goes to show when we tailor products and services to low to moderate income communities, there's a multiplier effect. They become eligible to enroll in new accounts, credit cards, and programming. And we, as a business, as a bank, have opened the door for this customer to expand their engagement with our bank. Maybe they're on the way to getting a mortgage or buying a car. The point is, we have established a relationship with that customer, and their financial health and future is likely better because of it. The final category in our framework is wealth building and protection. While financial stability and resilience help individuals manage the present, long-term prosperity hinges on building and protecting wealth. But a lot of people face steep uphill challenges in doing that. The median net worth for households in the bottom 50% of the wealth distribution is just $1,250. and nearly 57 million workers lack access to a retirement plan. The result is devastating. Right now, half of households aren't on track to have enough money saved for retirement. On top of this, financial threats like frauds and scams cost Americans $158 billion annually, adding even more roadblocks to financial stability for families who are working hard to make ends meet. The answer is clear. We need to expand our interventions and programs that minimize these inequities and support social mobility and asset growth. Of course, this is a lofty mission, but there are effective actions we can take. In addition to our firm investing billions in fraud and scam prevention, we are proud to be a founding member of the Aspen Institute's National Task Force on Fraud and Scam Prevention and the Global Anti-Scam Alliance. Bringing together cross-sector and cross-border partners, these groups enable information sharing on best practices to tackle frauds and scams and protect consumers. We're also committed to increasing access to sustainable home ownership and supporting the financial health of entrepreneurs, enabling home and company equity to be long-term investment vehicles. There is a ripple effect when it comes to owning a home or business. It doesn't just benefit that individual, but also their children who are now positioned to inherit these assets and set their own future families up for financial success. I know I've covered a lot of material, and you may be thinking, okay, but what now? Before I wrap up, I'd like to take this final minute to capture what we aim to do with this new framework. First, we're committed to investing in innovation to enhance traditional banking models and to keep up with the evolving technology landscape. Second, we're excited to help shape policies that benefit consumers through deep cross-sector partnerships and advocacy work, hopefully with many of you in this room. And third, it's always a priority for us to listen to those we serve and invest in organizations that reflect the experiences of our customers so we can keep their feedback at the heart of our work. Because at the end of the day, while our tools and initiatives have strengthened our business performance, the deeper value lies in the lives that they impact. The young adult who built credit and secured a mortgage, the parent who opened a bank account and started saving for their child's education, the family who accessed benefits and was able to start envisioning a new future where they didn't need to worry about paying next month's rent. This work is about empowering people to take control of their financial lives, providing them with the tools and resources they need to make informed decisions, and fostering a sense of financial independence and security. These investments are not about immediate returns. They are about creating lasting changes that enable individuals to achieve their dreams. So thank you for listening, and I hope you will join us in realizing this vision. Together, we can build a more accessible financial future where everyone has the tools, trust, and opportunities to thrive. Thank you.